Our Golu theme this year is the life of Hanuman. Before we get started, a quick introduction on why you might want to spend the time watching this video. When we say story of Hanuman, people often say, oh, it's mythology, a tale of good versus evil. It's a story to teach lessons like courage in adversity, loyalty, staying true to one's values, and so on. Some may say Hanuman is symbolic of a divine principle. It's just stories someone has cooked up to make it easy for people to understand some concepts in life. Yes, it may be hard to accept a talking monkey, a monkey crossing the ocean, lifting a mountain, and so on. But we should not stop at the surface, but need to dig a little bit deeper. If all you know is that gravity pulls things down, a flying plane is impossible, right? But only when you start learning about the lift from the wings and the thrust from the engines, it starts to make sense on how a plane can fly and stay in the air. Similarly, we should not make conclusions, oh, it's just a moral story of mythology and things like that, without actually making a deeper study. Some people approach Hanuman for his blessings. Tulsidas says, Durgama kaj jagat ke jete, Sugamanu graha tumare tete. All the difficulties in the world become simple through Hanuman's blessings. Krishna also explains in the Bhagavad Gita that of the 4 kinds of people who approach Krishna, one of them are people in distress. Some may say, I'm doing pretty good without Hanuman. I'm independent. Certainly, many people around the world live successful lives without Hanuman, so why bother? That is why Queen Kunti in the Bhagavatam says, Janma, Aishwarya, Shruta and Shribi. Good birth, fortune, education and beauty are actually disqualifications if it does not lead to spiritual advancement. Typically, people with the first world problems are generally okay handling things themselves. But even for them, Tulsidas explains, Tumara bhajana Ram ko pave, janma janma ke dukha bisarave. By remembering you, Hanuman, sorrows of countless lifetimes are erased. Antakala Raghupati Purujai, Jahan Janma Hari Bhakt Kahai. At life's end, as a devotee of Ram, the soul returns to his abode, forever known as the servant of Hari. That is why even in Bhagavad Gita, the first topic Krishna actually brings up is the topic of the soul and its eternality. Sanatana Dharma is not just about this life, but about both how to live this life prosperously and to prepare ourselves for the next. So even when everything is alright, Hanuman can play a pivotal role in your life, both for living this life comfortably and taking care of the next. Now let's move on to the story of Hanuman. Ravana had gotten a boon from Brahma that he cannot be defeated by any being other than humans or animals. He considered humans and animals so weak that he did not care about protection from them. With this boon, he went around terrorizing the world. So Brahma and the gods went to Vishnu, and Vishnu said that he will appear as Ram and asked others to be born on earth as Vanaras. The Vanara from the Ramayana aren't exactly the same as today's monkeys, nor are they same as humans. Vanara literally means forest dweller. Punjikashtala, a lady from Indraloka, once saw a monkey meditating. She started giggling uncontrollably, and it happened to be Durvasa Muni. He cursed her to be born on earth, and her face would turn monkey-like when she met someone she liked. She immediately regretted her foolishness and careless behavior and asked for forgiveness. Durvasa Muni, pleased by her atonement, added that in earth, she would be the mother of a very powerful son who would be the most dedicated devotee of Sri Ram. Following this, Punjikashtala was born on earth as Anjana in the Vanara tribe. Anjana then grows up and marries Keshari, and together they worship Lord Shiva for a son. In parallel, King Dasarath, also longing for a son, performs the Putra Kamaksheti Yagya. Agni emerged from the Yagya with a golden pot of celestial payasam. Dasarath gave the payasam to Kaushalya, Kaikeyi and Sumitra, and from that was born Ram, Bharat, Lakshman and Satrughna. At that time, Vayu, the wind god, took some of the payasam and delivered to Anjana. Anjana drank it and subsequently became pregnant, giving birth to Hanuman. So Hanuman is known as Anjani Putra or Anjaneya, Keshari Nandan, Pavana Sutta or Shankara Suvan. In Hanuman Chalisa, we read Ramaduta Tulita Baladama, Anjani Putra Pavana Sutta Nama. And we also read like Shankara Suvana Kesari Nandan. This is talking about Hanuman's birth. Next, you see baby Hanuman. Kanchana Bharana Biraja Subesha Kanana Kundala Kunchita Kesha. He had a golden complexion, beautifully dressed, he wore earrings, and his hair was curly. The next scene is the famous pastime where Hanuman, seeing the sun, he thinks it to be a fruit. He leaps to catch it and eat it. Vayu, his father, protects him from the sun's heat. Yuga Sahasra Yojana Parabhanu Lilyo Tahi Madura Falajanu. But Indra strikes him on his chin with his powerful Vajra, thunderbolt, causing him to fall unconscious and barely breathe. Witnessing his son's condition, Vayu became enraged and withdrew the air from the universe, causing all living beings to suffocate. Brahma intervenes and revives Hanuman. The gods then offered him numerous benedictions to atone for their offense. It was then that he got the name Hanuman, meaning one who is injured in his jaw. Indra promised that Hanuman's limbs would be stronger than his thunderbolt and immune to any harm. Agni, fire god, blessed him so that fire would not cause him any pain. Saraswati gifted him with poetic talents. Brihaspati, the guru of the demigods, blessed him with knowledge. Surya then offered to teach him Vedas and other sciences. With Surya constantly moving, of course from the perspective of the earth, Hanuman followed Surya, hearing and learning his teachings. With his immense powers and boons, Hanuman then became a very mischievous child, disturbing sages during their penances and yagyas. Unable to control him, the sages collectively declared that he would forget all his divine powers and believe himself to be an ordinary being. He would then regain his strength only when someone reminded him. After learning from Surya, Hanuman insisted on giving a Guru Dakshina. Surya said that Hanuman's enthusiasm and determination to learn was good enough for a teacher. But Hanuman insisted, and Surya requested that Hanuman could be a friend and a protector to Surya's son Sugriva. So Hanuman meets Sugriva in the Rishimukha mountain. At this time, Sugriva is banished by Vali due to a misunderstanding. Despite desperate attempts by Sugriva to explain the misunderstanding to Vali, Vali would not listen. Vali attacked Sugriva, who was no match for him, and had to flee for his life. So Vali banished his brother and took his wife captive. Sugriva found refuge in Rishimukha mountain, the one place Vali could not go due to Matanga Rishi's curse. In the meantime, in the Ramayana, Sita had been kidnapped by Ravan, and Ram and Lakshman are searching for Sita. While searching for Sita, Ram and Lakshman come upon an enormous monstrous being named Kabanda. His body was as large as a mountain. He had long arms and a massive mouth in his stomach. Kabanda was constantly roaring and using his long arms to grab handfuls of animals and shoving them into his mouth. Seeing Ram and Lakshman, he seized them both with his hands, ready to eat them, but they managed to cut off his arms. After his arms were severed, Kabanda asked Ram and Lakshman to burn his body, which they did. From the smoke, a beautiful celestial demigod emerged. Freed from the curse, the celestial being offered some crucial guidance to Ram and Lakshman in their search for Sita. He confirmed that Sita had been kidnapped, and he advised them to form an alliance with Sugriva, who had also been exiled from his kingdom and whose wife had been abducted by his brother Vali. He explained that no one else could understand Ram's situation better than Sugriva, and Sugriva also had an army who could help Ram. This is a painting on the ceiling of Kodandasamy temple near Salem in Tamil Nadu, estimated to be around the 16th century. On the way to meeting Sugriva, Ram and Lakshman meet Sabari, who had been waiting for Lord Ram, eagerly chanting his name. Shabari was a disciple of Matanga Rishi, who had given her a mantra and had said that if she chanted the mantra, Ram would come one day knocking at her door. This is an example of the Bhagavad Gita verse, Paritranaya sadhunam vinasaya dushkritam. The Lord doesn't come just to annihilate the demons, but also to give pleasure to the devotees. So Shabari every day sincerely chanted the mantra and prepared for meeting the Lord. But she did not know when Lord Ram would come, so she would prepare every day, cleaning her place and with fruits ready to offer to the Lord. So days went by, years went by, and on this day Lord Ram and Lakshman came, and obviously she was ready to receive the Lord. So she received the Lord. We have the famous pastime of Shabari, testing if the fruit is sweet and then offering it to Lord Ram. And after meeting with Lord Ram, Shabari attains moksha, and then Ram and Lakshman, they leave to meet Sugriva. This is also explained in the Hanuman Chalisa as Sadhu Santake Tumarakuvare Asura Nikandana Rama Dulare. Tulsidas says Hanuman is the protector of the devotees and holy persons, sadhus, and the destroyer of the demons, asuras. When Sugriva first sees Ram and Lakshman, he fears them as someone sent by Vali. So he sent Hanuman as a messenger. Hanuman took the form of an ascetic Brahmana and came down the hill to meet Ram and Lakshman. But as soon as Hanuman saw them, he was overcome by devotion and started glorifying their beauty, their nature and disposition, and introduced himself as Hanuman, the messenger of Sugriva. Ram and Sugriva then form an alliance in a fire ceremony performed by Hanuman. Ram then instructed Sugriva to challenge Vali and that he would kill Vali at the opportune moment. During their first fight, Ram could not shoot his arrow because the two brothers looked identical and he feared hitting Sugriva by mistake. But Sugriva was brutally beaten up and barely escaped. In the next challenge, Ram had a garland of flowers placed around Sugriva's neck for identification. As Vali and Sugriva were fighting, Ram shot an arrow from his hiding place behind a tree. Lying wounded, Vali questioned Ram's dharma for attacking him from a hidden position. Ram explained that Vali's own adharma, his cruelty towards his faithful brother, and the abduction of his wife had sealed his karmic destiny, and that Ram was merely an instrument of this destiny. But by dying from Ram's arrow, Vali would be liberated from all karma and attain a divine abode. Hearing these words, Vali became sober and understood the truth. He expressed gratitude, apologized to Sugriva for years of pain he had caused, and entrusted his wife Tara and son Angada to Sugriva's care before passing away. This pastime is expressed in the Hanuman Chalisa as Tuma Upakara Sugriva Nikina Rama Milaya Rajpada Dina. Sugriva then sent his army in search of Sita. This is another painting from a temple with the monkeys going in all directions in search of Sita. It is said Sugriva knew every nook and corner, because he had to hide from Vali. But the monkeys were not able to find Sita. Finally, Jatayu's brother, Sampati, gives information that Sita had been kidnapped to Lanka. Now, who could go to Lanka? Jambavan then turned to Hanuman and reminded Hanuman of his divine birth and childhood and recounted the various boons Hanuman had received. Hearing Jambavan's words, Hanuman understood with total confidence that by Ram's grace there was nothing he could not do. So he expanded himself to a very large size and leapt to Lanka. Vikata Rupa Dhari Lanka Jarava. Hanuman then finds Sita in the Ashoka garden and reveals himself by sweetly singing the glories of Ram. He presents Ram's ring to her and stories known only to Ram and Sita to confirm his identity. And in return, Sita gives him a precious jewel to take back to Ram. In the Hanuman Chalisa, it says he crossed the ocean with Vikata Roop, or a huge form, but met Sita with Sukshma Roop, a tiny form. Sukshma Rupa Dhari Siya Hidikava, Vikata Rupa Dhari Lank Jarava. Prabhu Mudrika Meli Mukamahi, Jaladi Langi Gaya Asarajanahi. Carrying Lord Ram's ring, Prabhu Mudrika, and his sacred name in his mouth, he crossed the ocean without any surprise. Hanuman then destroys the Ashoka garden and single-handedly defeats several of Ravan's soldiers and his generals. He finally lets himself be captured by Ravan's eldest son, Indrajit, so he can get an audience with Ravan. While meeting Ravan, Ravan refuses to give him a seat. Not giving a messenger due respect is a disrespect to the master. So Hanuman makes himself a seat by expanding his tail. Hanuman then delivers Ram's message to Ravan directly, but is met with fury. Vibhishana intervenes, arguing that a messenger cannot be killed. So Ravan decides to set Hanuman's tail on fire to humiliate him rather than killing him. After his tail is set on fire, Hanuman then escapes, and using his flaming tail, he playfully jumps from palace to palace, setting the city of Lanka on fire. He then comes back and tells Ram that he has found Sita, Kandain Sitayai, the famous phrase explaining the careful use of Hanuman's words, where he first says Kandain, or found. Had he started with Sita, then Ram would be anxious to know whether Hanuman would have found or not found Sita. So hence he starts saying Kandain Sitayai, where there is no anxiety to Ram. After telling Ram that he has found Sita, Ram gives him a wonderful embrace. Sab par Ram tapasvi raja, tinke kaj sakala tuma saja. You are the ultimate helper of Lord Ram in completing tasks that require divine strength and wisdom. Sahasa vadana tumaro yashagave, asakahi shripati kanta lagave. The thousand-headed Adisesha sings your glory. Asakahi shripati kanta lagave. Saying this, Lord Shripati, Rama, lovingly embraces you around the neck. Next is the building of the bridge to Lanka. The rocks with the name of Ram inscribed in them, and even the squirrels doing their little part to push tiny bits of sand and helping Ram. The next scene is where Lakshman is hurt and Hanuman is instructed to bring the Sanjeevani herb. But unable to find the specific herb, he brings the whole mountain. Laya Sanjeevani Lakana Jiyaye, Shri Raghuveer Harashi Uralaye. You brought the life-giving Sanjeevani herb, and by doing so revived Lakshman. Seeing this, Lord Raghuveer, Rama, took you into his heart with immense joy, embracing you. Raghupati kehi bahut badai, tumu mama priya bharata samabai. Lord Raghupati praised you greatly and declared, "You are dear to me as Bharata, my brother." Following that, we have the killing of Ravan. Then the coronation of Lord Ram. After coronation, one day Hanuman sees Sita applying sindoor on her forehead. He asks her why she is applying sindoor, and Sita says it increases the longevity of her husband, Ram. Hanuman then thinking if a little sindoor can help Ram, he will apply it all over his body. So this is Sindoor Hanuman with sindoor applied all over his body. Charo Yuga Pratapa Tumara Hai Prasiddha Jagata Ujiyara. Hanuman's glory is present in all the 4 yugas. So far, we have seen Hanuman's glories in the Treta Yuga. In the Dwapara Yuga, we have Bhim, who is one day going to get some flowers for Draupadi. He notices an old monkey lying down in his path. He asks the monkey to move, and the monkey doesn't. And he asks Bhim to lift him and place him aside. Bhim tries, but he is unable to even move his tail. Realizing that this is no ordinary monkey, Bhim bows down and asks who really is. Hanuman reveals himself, and Hanuman blesses Bhim, praising his strength, but also reminds him that strength without humility is incomplete. Hanuman then promises to be present on Arjuna's chariot as the flag or Dvaja during the Kurukshetra war. We might think, what role did Hanuman play just being a flag? It is said that Hanuman's strength ensured that the chariot was never destroyed during the battle, because Hanuman absorbed the impact of the arrows. And once the flag was removed from the chariot after the war, the chariot instantly burst into flames and was destroyed. For Kali Yuga, Hanuman is present where his devotees are chanting the holy names of Ram. So we have the Ayodhya temple and the devotees chanting, and Hanuman enthusiastically dancing. This is also the reason why when Sundarakanda prayers are done, there is a seat reserved for Hanuman to be present. Last one we have is Hanuman with Ram and Sita in his heart. Prabhu Charitra Sunibe Ko Rasiya Ram Lakana Sita Manapasiya. You passionately enjoy listening to the deeds, character and the glories of Lord Ram. Indeed, Lord Ram, Lakshman and Sita eternally reside in your very heart. Once Sita wanted to honor Hanuman for his service and devotion. She gave him a beautiful pearl necklace as a token of gratitude. Hanuman looked at the necklace, and to everyone's surprise, he bit and cracked the pearls one by one and throwing them out. The courtiers were surprised and asked him why he was doing it. And he said, "I'm searching inside each pearl to see if my Lord Ram and Mother Sita are within it. If they are not there, the pearls are of no value to me." They tease him, and to show the truth of his words, Hanuman tears open his own chest, and everyone sees Ram and Sita seated within his heart, shining in divine radiance. The last display we have is the blessings of Hanuman, as described in the Hanuman Chalisa. You are welcome to download a copy attached in the description of this video. Thank you all for watching. Jai